For several years, the Israel Defense Forces reached out to thousands of Syrians when these Syrians were caught up in the crossfire of the brutal and deadly Syrian civil war. Many Christians would recognize the name of this operation. They called it the Good Neighbor Policy. How did the Good Neighbor Policy get started?
The Good Neighboring Policy started when the IDF understand there is other challenges from the quietest border from 73 till 2011. Something has been changed in Syria and affects Israel. We have understand that radical Islam groups are living just next to our border, that we need to change our policy. One of the things that we have done is to help the population, civil population, more than 250,000 civilian people living in the Quneitra region. People that educated centuries to hate State of Israel, people that didn't know Israelis, but they've been born and educated to hate us. But we began with evacuated traumatic injuries from the war, people that their homes or schools has been bombed and they were severely injured. We are evacuated to Israel, more than 4,500 citizens. And then we've increased it and we've treated more than 1,400 children suffering from diseases, chronic diseases. We've evacuated them also to Israel. We've opened for them a day care clinic eastern to the fence, treated more than 8,000 Syrian people, civilians, men, women and children. We provide them tons of food, clothes, baby powder milk, diesel and all kinds of humanitarian aid to help them to survive their toughest years.
What impact did it have on them?
When you first met them on the fence, you have seen faces that people are fearing from you because they do not know what to expect. They have been told that Israel in the last years is helping them, but a person that never been and never seen Israel is coming to the fence with his little child. And let me tell you, it's very hard sights to see 3-4 years old children coming to the fence without shoes, with dirty clothes, with fear in their eyes. And then when you collect them on the border and take them to the hospital and give them to eat something, and then you see the smile of the children, you can understand that you are doing something good for people, from people to people.
What about some of the NGOs like Frontier Alliance International and Friendships? What role did they play?
The NGOs, Israelis NGOs and Americans NGOs like the FAI and the Friendships Unlimited took a very important part in this project. They have brought us the opportunity to reach the people. For example, the Friendships Unlimited, they have built a daycare clinic eastern to the fence. We cannot do this. They worked there, they were living there for almost a year and take care for 8,000 civilians. Those 8,000 civilians were our civil ambassadors inside Syria. The FAI guys, those wonderful teams, they were living in 2 villages in Syria, treating day by day to locals. And just think for yourselves how crazy it might have been heard Israeli Jews helping Christians to help Muslims. I don't think that it has never happened in the world. Here in the Good Neighboring Project, it happened.
How did you make the connection between the people on the other side of the border?
There was telephones that we provide them, my number. I think that they've been understand that we are here to help, and then they've spread the number of phone between the locals, between the doctors, between the nurses, between the civilians that called me and asked for me help in another region that wants some help, another village that want to get some medical help, some food help, whatever they want, we had the opportunity to provide.
Why did it stop?
It has been stopped because the Assad regime conquered again this area, and now the regime is here. He must take care for the population, and now in the state you cannot work with the Syrian side. They will not allow you to do this.
What does this say about the Israeli army?
I didn't heard about armies in the world that actually risk the life of their soldiers in order to help their enemies. And this is exactly what we've done night by night, sometimes 2 or 3 times in every night. We have risked our life opening the fence, the security fence between Israel and Syria.
Do you think it will have a lasting impact?
Those people that we have saved their life, they will not be able to forget it. even another year or two, they will tell this story of the IDF and the State of Israel help for centuries ahead. So even if they will not wave the flags of Israel on the Quneitra region in those days, deep in their hearts, they will know that Israel helps them, and they will speak this story to their families and relatives.
You're getting out of the IDF in a few weeks. How do you feel in your heart about what you've done here?
Enormous project, amazing project, and it was a unique thing to do, to see your enemy faces laughing, smiling, and say to you thank you, in Arabic of course. And I think that this is an amazing end of serving 24 years in my country.
Alpha.